Hello, myself Sunil R Nair, and here basically we are discussing about one topic, that is currencies and its dependencies. This is the topic which is ongoing, that is currencies and its dependencies. And in this basically we were actually discussing about this, that is ideas equal to global warming. Ideas equal to global warming. And in this basically we were discussing education that is giving 20% of global warming data basically. That is error basically. One of the person asked the question, in environment basically the bad energy is basically getting spoiled, right? Then he told that yes, basically in environment basically like Delhi basically, in Delhi basically in Delhi the bad energies are getting too much, right? The energies are basically very bad basically. You can't sometimes see the data also. Data means you can't see the any of the objects also. Object means you can say people, any of the touchable thing basically, that you can, because in touchable thing lots of things basically. Human is there, buildings are there, vehicles are there. So this will be the perfect word. And one of the person told that from the base of that energy only, on the base of that energy only, on the base of that energy only, the computer industry basically is having the power supply. The computer industry basically which is having the power supply, they are basically having from there only basically data basically of the power supply. But in computer basically the database is where the power supply, in not only computer basically, each and every sector basically, who are each and every house also basically, they are getting the power supply. They are getting purely perfectly filtered basically you can say. There basically global warming is not happening. This was the question basically asked by one of the person basically. This was very literally a dangerous question actually. Why basically in environment basically the things are like that, and why basically in power supply basically, where the power supply is basically getting passed, there the things basically are why not having the global warming in data. That was very dangerous question actually. And this question basically never ever basically came into the mind of any of the people basically. Then he told that yeah, question basically it's very dangerous question basically. That means you want to say that power supply basically which is getting passed in the environment, and the power supply which is passed in the each and every area basically, that like home, malls, there basically the filtration happens. But there also basically if you close the mall basically, and if basically by chance the power supply is on, AC is on basically, there is no men basically inside the mall basically, just do one thing basically, do one experiment basically. One of the person told that do one experiment. One mall is there, right? Close that mall basically, but air condition, fan, light, everything should be on. That is the condition, right? Not a single human is supposed to be there in the mall basically. That is one thing. Power supply basically is getting passed. Not a single human basically is inside the mall also. Not a CCTV camera also basically. Off the CCTV camera also basically. Then he told that okay. Everything, each and every power supply basically data basically. So power supply data means whatever object basically is connected with the power supply data. Just on all basically. AC, fan, everything basically. After 4-5 days basically, just see basically. You can't enter the mall also basically. You can't enter the mall also basically. You can't enter the mall also. So what was the reason behind this basically? The person basically was literally perfectly dangerous thing basically he actually asked. Lots of people are telling that global warming is in the environment. I am taking example of India basically because currently I am in India basically, not in Singapore. So I am taking the example of India basically. So he told that see the difference basically. What the thing is going to happen. Then one of the person told that do you want to say that the people basically are going inside the mall, going inside the companies, taking the energy of the power supply, and then basically they are coming out from they are basically going the big premises, malls, theaters, then buildings, shopping malls, then the big infotech park. Inside basically AC is there, power is on, everything is getting on. After that basically when they are coming out basically, that basically is creating also the global warming data. Then the question basically what dangerous basically. So the global warming actually, the definition actually totally changed basically. Definition totally changed basically. So one of the person told that basically somebody is trying to save the malls, buildings, shopping malls, companies, hotels, restaurants. Somebody is trying to save that. Or basically somebody is doing some experiment in that basically. Due to that basically the things is basically happening. Gaza is the example. Somebody is trying to save this everything basically. And few people told that basically few people have doubt also this. So they have done the experiment of this also basically. But the really the problem is basically here or outside basically. One of the person told that basically in nature basically you will not get any single error basically, because it's created by universe and there basically there is no error basically. There basically you will not get a single global warming error. So the question basically was very dangerous basically. People basically doing the job in mall, they are touching the each and every materials, they are doing the billings, they are talking with the customers. One customer is basically graduate by science, one customer is basically MBA, one customer is chartered accountant, one customer is BCom, one customer is MA, one customer is BA, one customer is doctor, one customer is MBBS, one doctor is MD, one customer is CEO, one customer is vice president. So these all are the customers basically. They are basically going the malls, going in the theaters, going in the shopping malls, going in the buildings, going in the companies. They are creating the issue basically global warming. Lots of people are telling that basically we are searching the things basically outside, but real problem is basically inside. That is this 20% educational sector error basically. So one of the person told that basically that is Gaza. After listening this video basically he told that that is Gaza basically. So in next video we are going to see a little bit more about this.